What it do, what it do, what it do, good people, coming to you live from Tez TV 410. I'm your host, Tez Dean. Before we get started, I'd like you to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'd like you to like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Facebook and you're looking at this, don't be lazy. Go to YouTube and type in Tez TV Dean. Again, go to YouTube and type in Tez TV Dean. Baltimore, if you're from Baltimore and you like what I'm doing right now, I need you to go subscribe to the channel. Don't be lazy and go hit the link and you're not signed in and you can't subscribe. Or don't be a hater. You liking all the videos but you ain't subscribed to the channel. Come on. Well, with all that being said, this short video right here is about Anthony Lewis, right? Yes, it's about Anthony Lewis, my first AAU coach for Cecil Kirk, Baltimore City, stand up. He had a stroke a few weeks ago. I would have came a little earlier, a little sooner, but I didn't. You know how sometimes people don't want their business out there like that. However, I seen a few other guys post it, so I decided today, because it's been on my heart. So he been on my heart. So since his stroke, I've been thinking about him. Since his stroke, been thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? And I know what type of time we living in right now. So every minute is precious. We don't know who's gonna be here today or tomorrow. However, with that being said, Anthony Lewis, Duty Squirrel, I like to say thank you, and I like to apologize too. Right? I like to say thank you for giving me my start. Giving me my start. And when I say that, like, I understand I was at Dunbar before. I was at Dunbar, and I know that name. I know what that name weighs. I know that as far as recruiting, especially at that time, I know that name. I know what that name did for me also. However, you were the first man to put me in the midst of you put me in the fire. You know what I'm saying? You dropped me in the water, but you made me swim. You know what I'm saying? 10th grade, he gave me an invite to the Nike All-American camp. Now, people, it was only Nike camp and it was Adidas camp, and you had your NBA camp, but NBA camp that was only for your elite at this time. Nike All-American camp, you had the top players in the country. However, that first year, I didn't get an invite, right? Anthony Lewis got me in there. He got me my first invite. Now, and I like to say, I like to thank you for that, because he ain't had to put me on that stage. Cause it was a bunch of guys that could have went off that Cecil Kirk team, but he seen something in me to give me that, right? As time goes on, we traveling all over the place. We ain't win as much as we should have, but you taking us everywhere. I'm talking about we gone for whole months at a time. You know what I mean? And I can say this for myself. You did a lot for me, and I know you did a lot for a lot of other people that's out here with mad at you from their failures or for some shit that they ain't accomplished. But I know what type man you is. Like, you work for everybody. You know what I mean? You work. And I like to salute you for that. I apologize to you, because I felt as though listen, because we're gonna put it all this TV. I felt as though that when it was time to go to prep school, I ain't feel as though that you worked as hard for me as you did other people. But that was just my young, naive, arrogant, selfish, all that. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because what you did do, you did come with an application for Worcester. My people couldn't afford it, but you came with that. But the young mind, the selfish kid at that time, I caught offense, because I felt as though, like, man, I done played with this man all this time, and now it's time to go to prep school. I don't have no school. So I got myself into a prep school. You know what I'm saying? So when I took that, I took a resentment towards duty, right? I took a resentment towards duty, and I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. Now, 1990, I go to prep school, and now we coming back to play AAU. You know what I'm saying? After prep school. However, I'm talking to Bucky Lee all year long. Bucky calling and checking in on me. You know, I'm calling Bucky back. Bucky, hold on, call me back. I'm on the oxygen machine. Those that know that was talking to Bucky in his last days, everybody know he was on the oxygen machine. But he'll call you back. You know what I'm saying? He'll call you back. Or he gonna call you and make sure that you call him back. You know? So we made a pact. We made a pact when I was in prep school that I was gonna come back and I was gonna play for Ireland. Came back, played for Ireland. We won the championship and won a national championship. But however, I handled that wrong. I handled that wrong. And when I say I handled that wrong, I should at least came to duty and talked to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have been in the position that I was in if it wasn't for him. And now people can say, and I could also, and I used to tell myself, well, I was gonna be all right. I was gonna be all right regardless. I'm gonna be all right. No, man. Things could have went a whole lot different. You know what I mean? It could have went a whole lot different. He looked out for me. People don't understand. If I wasn't gonna go to Dunbar, I was gonna transfer to Lake Clifton after my sophomore year at Merville. That was already in the making. I just didn't want to go down Lake Clifton. They had Dominic. They had Big Corsley. You know what I'm saying? That's too much. I ain't gonna go nowhere and then go somewhere and sit. They ain't gonna do that. And dude, they ain't want me to do that. But the grace of God, Dunbar came calling, and I ain't had to worry about none of that. But I'm about to get off here now. Dude, we love you. We hope you get well soon. Thank you again. We need you to fight. Do whatever you need to do. Whatever strength you have, whatever the prayer wars, we can come out. We all put them prayers together, man. So you come on up here. Do whatever they say you need to do to get up out of there so you come home. We love you. Baltimore City.